Yes, ma'am.
Can we see it on a full screen?
Yes, you'll now.
Eh? See if it is possible.
Go ahead, Yashwant.
Yes, my lord. Now I am sharing the screen. Honorable the Chief Justice, Honorable Dr. Justice Chandrachud, President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, President of the Advocates on Record Association, Honorable Justice Chauhan, Learned Secretary General, Registrar Computers, and all the learned members of the bar. I am making a sincere endeavor to give a brief about this e-filing portal. On the screen, if you are able to see, this is the login page where a user has to enter his username and password.
साइड का हमारे फोटोज दूर करो उस तरफ.
So this is the dashboard. Whenever advocates will log in, they would see this dashboard. Generally, dashboard means there are two things. One is quick reference and quick action. So keeping these two aspects in mind, quick reference and quick action, these things are managed on the dashboard. One is recent documents. Here, there are two things, by other parties and by me. Now I am clicking on by me, and you would see that now I am getting this by me. If I click by others, it would show by others. Means in this fortnight, if I have filed certain documents, then it would appear under by me. But by other parties means I am appearing in the case, but some other parties have filed something, then that is covered under by other parties. Every dashboard, once clicked, will open, and if it can be further clicked to show that document. So this will take you for a quick action, as this dashboard will show. Now what this dashboard further shows, it shows case number, then it shows affidavit filed by P1, that is petitioner number 1, who has filed it, so and so has filed it, on which date it was filed, on 2/5/2020, and what time it was filed, it is showing this. So I can click the document, I know who has filed it, on what date it was filed, at which time it was filed, and in which case it was filed. I want to limit myself only to rejoinders, then it will show me rejoinders. I can click any document and go to that particular document. This is a rejoinder, this is reply, this is interim applications or interlocutory applications, and this is affidavit. Similarly, I can see this is the complete scenario for documents by me. Now I am shifting to the another caption, that is incomplete filing. What are the incomplete filings? Say I am advocate on record.
Able to see all this?
Yes. Party and person will also be able to see it.
Say I am advocate on record, and I started to file a matter, and during that time I had some important assignment. As a result, I have to leave it as it is, and I have to attend that urgent business. So when I again join that business, the portal should take me on the point where I was. This incomplete filing shows me those are the incomplete cases which I was about to file. Now let us click here, and now it is taking me to stage number 10. Stage number 10 means I have entered case detail, petitioner, respondent, extra party, legal representatives, earlier courts, and directly it has brought me to payment aspect, which I left earlier. So I can join from the stage where I left. I can immediately start payment and I can complete that particular aspect. Now there is incomplete things. This incomplete things means I file, say I file a case, and erroneously either I filed a wrong case, or some documents were blank, or there was a page order was incorrect. Immediately I will be reported, and I am clicking on it, and you will see on the screen that what are the defects. Wrong matter is filed. Number two, page number 40 to 60 are blank. So I can immediately go on the actionable part, and I can complete that action immediately on the screen itself. Now I am coming to scrutiny status. This scrutiny means, as you know, these are official scrutiny by the registry. As you can see in the objections, non-filing of the affidavit, non-bearing signature, incorrect numbering of paragraphs, letter of authority not filed, advocate checklist column number not properly filled in, etc. So these objections can be immediately clicked and they can be removed. Now, what is this 10 days, 20 days, and 30 days? Generally, a time limit is set to remove the objections. So, as an advocate, where I should concentrate? Generally, I should concentrate where there is a less time limit. So, I would concentrate only on the cases where there are only 10 days are left. If I have no 10 days, then I may concentrate on 20 days or 30 days. So these are 5 cases where 10 days limit is remaining. Accordingly, you would get a complete list of scrutiny status or as per the days left. So these are basic quick reference and quick action things. Now I am coming to the cases. Here it is mentioned, my cases soon to be listed. And in the my cases soon to be listed, here what I am getting is my personalized cause list, which are likely to be listed, which are listed before the court in coming days or in recent days. Here I am getting name of the parties. Here I am getting, this is a fresh admission, civil cases. I am getting here item number 1007, court number 2. I am getting the bench and names of the honorable judges. And if I hover my mouse on the item, it says chamber matters at 1 p.m. And if I go down the list and say, now if you could see on the screen, I click say previous order. Immediately I come to know what is the previous order passed in that case, so that immediately I have to prepare myself that this is the stage where the court has passed order, and now I have to proceed ahead from that stage itself. So this is about my cases soon to be listed. On this side, you would name my cases which are recently updated. So many things happen in the business of the advocate. Sometimes he files draft, sometimes payments are pending, sometimes defects are notified, and sometimes orders are passed. Here, there are 6 cases, and case at serial number 5, it's a defective case, it's specifically mentioned. You would see at certain places, P is highlighted with a black background, whereas R is highlighted with a blue background. Why is this? Because in this particular login, where I am appearing for the petitioner, P is highlighted. Where I am appearing for the respondent, R is highlighted. Now I shall come to case serial at case number 3. Case is about Narcotics Control Bureau versus Harihar Prasad. If I hover my mouse on P, it says that Director NCB. Therefore, even the names of the main petitioner and main respondent are there. It shows me the party for whom I am appearing. So immediately I come to know that I am, in this case, I am appearing for this party. So this is about, and immediately if I click here, I get so many options. I can see the previous order. I can see the paper book with indexing. Immediately I can file IA in this case. I can mention this case. I can file miscellaneous document in the case. Now coming to the cause list module. Now I come to the, again I shall show, here there are 3 lines. I'm clicking these 3 lines and I'm clicking on the cause list. And on the cause list, if you will see, it is getting refreshed and it is showing me that on 15th of May, there are 151 cases. So if I click this, it will show me names of the judges. Along in the bracket, it shows the cases relating to me. There are 5 cases of this bench. If I click further, it would show me the list along with the item number. And on the basis of this, I can plan my business. Now, these are certain filters which are provided there. Now, I shall show Honorable Justice Bhatt, yes, Ravindra Bhatt. I am now clicking on S. Ravindra Bhatt, and now if I come here, out of 155 cases, there are only 20 cases relating to the Honorable Justice Bhatt. So it will show me only the cases which are relating to Honorable Justice Bhatt. So these filters can be applied on the basis of the names of the judges, or I can also apply these filters on the basis of the court numbers. Say here there are virtual courts. Now I click virtual court number 1 and I have to remove Honorable Justice Bhatt because he is already selected. Yes, now I have removed. And it shows me that there are 41 cases of virtual court number 1. So I can go by court, I can go by names of the judges, I can get the results. I can always choose a date, and within that range, it will show me the cases which are listed. So this is about the cause list module in brief. Again, returning back on the dashboard, here there is a chat window. Suppose I am a lawyer, I am not used to the technology. So I say, I do not know how to file. Please help me.
This on the other end.
Our history. So we'll have 24.
Please help me to file.
So
And now I shall do what? I am clicking this particular file and it will appear. See, on the chat window, you would have seen that this particular file is shared to the registry and it would be shared to the e-filing assistant with a unique code. Any e-filing assistant will not be able to log in unless the advocate on record shares the OTP. So on behalf of that particular advocate on record, e-filing assistant can complete the matter and he can come up to the e-payment. Finally, payment and signing has to be made by the advocate. So this is the operation for any person. See, I have got the response. Please stay with us. I will get back to you. I have got response from the registry. If you could see on the screen, there is a response from the registry that please stay with us. I will get back to you. This is how it operates. Sir, I got the file shared by you. We will do the necessary changes on your behalf. This is the response I am receiving from the registry. I am advocate on record. So this is how it operates. Now I am going to the main part, that is filing section. As you can see, the moment I take my mouse to new, it shows me file a fresh case, mention a case for early hearing, file interlocutory application, file miscellaneous docs. As advocate on records are aware that miscellaneous docs section means filing reply, rejoinder, appearance memo, etc. And you can file citation also. All these things are there. Now I have clicked this and this is the screen where you can file a case. I would go rather in a brief way so that you understand it fast. Here you will have to enter cause title, name of the petitioner, name of the respondents. Automatically you can type and search the case type, and here you can know the subject categories. Those are published on the website of the Supreme Court. Those subject categories are given for your search. you can immediately search, say, I want to say, I want to check for land matters. Immediately, I can search for the land. So these things, those are available. Here you will have to write question of law, then your grounds, interim grounds, set out main prayer, set out interim prayer. All these things are here. Then I can go to name of the petitioner. Here you can write name of the petitioner. In the petitioner, there are 4 things, whether he is individual, whether state department, central government, or banks, insurance companies. All those things are covered under other organizations. I can write name, son of so and so, his father name, husband name, wife name, mother name, etc. is covered. I have to write age, whether he's a male or female, or you will have to write email, you will have to write mobile, and details of the address, and all these things you will have to write here. Then you will have to write about the respondents, similar details. Then what is extra party? Extra party is that party where, suppose there are 3 petitioner, then first name is main petitioner, other 2 are extra party. So here, if I click, it asks me whether it's an extra party for the petitioner, whether it's an extra party for the respondent, accordingly. Sometimes what happens, in the cause title of the High Court, the names of the parties are strike through and names of the legal representatives are mentioned. So if you will have to add in that fashion, these legal representatives are given so that the names are strike out and their legal representatives are shown in the cause title. Act section, as you know, say I have to add here specific relief act. See, immediately I can add specific relief act. I can add section 34 and the information is saved. Now here I come to earlier courts. This is very important. I'm explaining one by one. So say, for example, you have to file review petition or curative petition, and now I am selecting say writ petition civil. I am clicking 142 of 2020 and I click search, and you will see that these details are coming along with the case is disposed on. When it was disposed, this was disposed on 27/1/2020. It's a final order and it asks you whether you want to impugn this. You can say yes or no, like this. This is for Supreme Court. Now I am shifting for High Court. Now in case of High Court, there are 2 provisions. You can straight away enter CNR, or you can enter the case type, case number, year details. Now for entering these things, I will have to search for one of the CNR numbers and I will have to enter here. For a moment, I shall enter into the CNR details. I am entering into CNR details. Bear with me. For a second, and I have saved here some of these. Yes, there is one CNR number here so that I can show it to you. Yes. I'm coming to it. Now I have selected High Court and I have entered this CNR and I have clicked search. And you must have seen that this is a case from Jammu Kashmir. S. Ravinder Singh versus Housing Urban Development Department of Jammu Kashmir. This case is disposed of. And it shows that on 6/3/2020, this case is disposed of. Now, what if I want to challenge interim orders? Then I can click interim order and here I get the details of the interim orders. Copy of the order dated 30/10/29, 16/12/29. Okay, this is about CNR number. Now we can check about the very case, and we can check about the district courts also. I'm giving to, I shall go to the district court as well. See, I was there for earlier courts, and here I clicked High Court. Now I am going by case type, case number here. This is Allahabad High Court. I have clicked Allahabad High Court. Now, what is the case number? The case number is, I can say, writ petition. And let us check one matter. 1331 of 2019. And I clicked search. And you must have seen Surendra Kumar versus Vishwakarma. The case is pending, and you can mention whatever interim order by selecting a date, or you can say no, you simply want to refer to this matter, and you can go ahead. What when I am filing second appeal or any order which is relating to the district courts? Now I am getting you to the district courts. I am selecting Maharashtra. I am selecting Aurangabad. I am selecting District and Sessions Court Aurangabad, and say I am selecting regular civil appeal. This is regular civil appeal, and one random number 134 of 2017, and I'm clicking search, and you will find that District and Session Court Aurangabad, Uttam Eknath Holkar versus Shivaji Balkrishna Holkar. Case is disposed of. The date of disposal is 29/8/2019. If you say that this order is involved, you can say yes, or you can select interim order also.
This data is connected to the National Judicial Data Grid. So we are retrieving the data for the benefit of the audience. We are retrieving the entire data from the National Judicial Data Grid, so that the data which is within the system, the national system, is available for the Supreme Court. Go ahead, Yashwant.
Yes, my lord. So this is about the earlier courts. Now, how to upload the documents? I have to simply give a title. Say I can say petition of petition of Sudhanshu, and I can browse. I can click. This is the file, and I have to simply say upload. That's it. Case is uploaded. Your file is uploaded. Now here you have to index the things. And indexing is pretty easy. I have to select the file. The moment I select the file, it is seen on your right side. Say suppose these are annexures. For a moment, I am considering these are as annexure.
Indexing is very important because a lot of counsel have been in touch on the email with me, and they have said that, well, please ensure that if it's a 2,000-page brief, we don't have to turn 2,000 pages to go to page 1,600 or whatever. So indexing ensures that if you want to look up a particular page, you go straight to that page on the e-filing module when you are arguing the case as a member of the bar, or for the judges when we are in the court. Go ahead, Yashwant.
So I can immediately say that this is A1, and A1 is selected. I say order passed by the collector, and I have to give from page number 1 to page number 9. This is the order. Page number 7, this is the order, and I click add. Automatically it will come to page number 7, and in the index, the speciality of the index is you can simply click and see what is that document. Only those portions from page number 4 to page number 7. This you can immediately mark and you can go ahead. This is index, and this will be very useful in long run, because say page file is about 100 or 500 pages, 1000 pages. In that case, you can simply go to page number 700, page number 400, page number 300. You can immediately negotiate with the file very easily. This is the benefit of the negotiations. Finally, there is a payment option. As the bar members.
That's a very interesting feature is, suppose Mr. Dave or Mr. Zadav are arguing a case, and you want to tell the court that, well, could we go to page 792 at volume 2? The moment you say page 792 of volume 2, the court master will take you straight to that page, so that will be shown for the court and for you when you are arguing the case.
Now, at present, this is a just for the demonstration purposes, because I have disabled the actual production environment payment feature simply. But I must inform that you can pay by debit card, you can pay by credit card, you can pay by net banking options, you can pay by Bheem UPI, you can pay by Paytm also. All these options are enabled, and the payment will go to Stock Holding Corporation. You will receive a receipt for it, and this receipt, I will show you how this receipt is seen. I'm taking you to the case where there is a receipt, where there is a successful payment. This is a case where payment is already made, and if you could see here, these are failure attempts and this is successful attempt. If I click this, it should take me, it is asking me to open, and I say open, and the file is opened. If I will, I can show it to you. I will have to share the different page for you.
So basically you get the receipt which you have made for the payment of court fees online.
Yes, this is the challan where
for the audience, I can say that when a payment is made by an advocate on record, part of the payment goes to the government treasury towards court fees. A very small portion comes to the Supreme Court under the rules. So the automatic bifurcation between the amount which is payable to the government treasury and to the Supreme Court is now provided for in our software. That was one of the technical challenges which we faced while preparing the software, but which has now been done.
There are coming
now
to the
affirmation.
Affirmation, there are two ways to affirm. One is e-sign and another is the digital token which you have. Generally, advocates must have their own digital signature token. If they have no problem. They can sign there and the software will identify whether a document is digitally signed. Second way is to e-sign a document, and here you will see that there are two things. One is e-signing using Aadhaar. I will have to enter my Aadhaar number here, and then it will take me to the relevant page. Now this is because it's taking too long, but anybody can enter Aadhaar and come e-sign. This facility we have. You have to enter your Aadhaar number, and automatically from CDAC server the document will come signed, and it will be authorized the digital signature under IT Act. Finally is a view. It gives you complete overview of the case. It will show you who is the petitioner, who is the respondent. You can immediately go to correct the details, and these are the things. Now there are other things also. Mentioning, you can electronically mention a case. So many advocates were expressing that there should be a facility to serve the copies. Yes, in this software you can simply search the name of the advocate on record, and the copies will be mailed to while filing reply rejoinder. Automatically copies will be mailed to the advocate. So this facility we have provided. There is a facility to share the case details with the client with the help of SMS, with the help of WhatsApp, or with the help of email. These three facilities at present we have provided. We have provided citation module also, whereby if your citation is correct, automatically names of the parties will be shown. If you feel that the server is not showing the correct result, but your citation are correct, still you can go ahead. But most of the cases, they are saved here. Either it's a case under SCC, AIR, or SCR. All these things, names, the moment you say that this is AIR 2010 Supreme Court, page number 2332, it will automatically fetch the names of the parties, date of the decision. You can say whether it's correct or not, and you can save, and automatically it will be given to the library. While arguing a case, it will be placed before the bench. So, so this is about mentioning module. Finally, I shall take you to the My Cases module. My Cases is the all your cases which are shown. These are your all cases. You can say how many cases are pending, how many cases are disposed of. I can click that these are the cases wherein I am appearing for the petitioner. These are the cases where I am appearing for the respondent. And these are the cases which are disposed of. It would take time because it's fetching the data and then coming. As there are constraints of the time, so I am going back to the original dashboard. Here we can provide whenever cases are listed, in soon to be listed, we can provide the links. If the
In fact, I was also suggesting to Mr. Yashwant Goswami that we can give a link here for the video conferencing cases so that there can be a virtual link also.
Yes, my lord, we can give it within 7 days, and these virtual links automatically, they can be shared on WhatsApp, they can be shared on SMS, they will be available on the portal, and they can be shared through email. All these 4 options can be enabled, whereas advocate can simply click the link and join the video conferencing.
So basically the dashboard creates an entire universe for an advocate. That advocate knows that this is my entire universe of cases I'm preparing, cases which I have filed, cases which are going to be listed, cases in which judgment is to be pronounced in my cases, cases which other people have filed against my clients. So it gives a complete universe of cases bifurcated into different categories for that member of the bar. It's a complete service for the members of the bar to avail of.
My lord, this is all brief I have to say about the features and facilities which are provided in new e-filing module. I am grateful for this opportunity. I again thank the Honorable Chief Justice and Honorable Chandrachud sir.
Thank you very much, Yashwant. I hope this has been a very comprehensive elaboration of the software module by Mr. Yashwant Goswami and by our team of 10 programmers. Now, may I request Mr. Rajiv Kalra, the registrar in charge of the IT cell, to propose a vote of thanks.
Yes, my lord. Am I audible to all?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I deem it a great privilege to have been asked to extend a vote of thanks on this historic occasion. This day will be remembered as a milestone in the history of Indian judiciary, as we are about to take a big leap forward. The very presence of Honorable the Chief Justice of India on today's program